Up, y'all? Planet of Fakes for Women and Big Star HH News. In case you may not have known, Harriet Tubman's, I guess, great grandniece or relative basically tried to rebut Kanye and claim that her aunt freed black people from slavery, or people like her aunt freed people from slavery. She also goes on to say she doesn't even understand what Kanye meant when he said Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. He just took them from working from one set of white people to going to work for another set of white people. And that's what I mean when I be telling people, stop playing dumb because you will eventually become dumb. I'm not saying Tina Wyatt is dumb. I'm saying she certainly is not using her brains. If Kanye West said Harriet Tubman didn't do nothing but take black people from working from one set of white people to another set of white people, I don't understand where she could get lost at. I had previously explained in my other videos that Harriet Tubman did not deliver black people to a black promised land. The majority of the people that Harriet Tubman smuggled out from slavery, they actually migrated to Canada. So I don't understand. So I don't understand how she's crediting Harriet Tubman for Kanye West being free. I found that offensive. I found it insulting that she claimed if her aunt didn't smuggle Americans from, because again, Canada is America, but let's say U.S. slaves to become Canada slaves. I don't understand what she's talking about. You understand? Her not understanding is more complex than what Kanye said. All Harriet Tubman did was take slaves from out the United States jurisdiction to the jurisdiction of Canada, where slavery was lacking. She didn't take them to some area where they occupy now and they're a black Wall Street. No, she took them to for the purposes of this video, to a whole nother country. Just for you guys, I use your word, country. But not only that, I want to explain to her what he meant. Now, and this is the reason why black people don't know what states and cities are now, and the fact that Harriet Tubman's great-grandniece don't know that a state is a foreign company, and black people are tricked into believing their places so we could simply be in their businesses. It amazes me, but this is the reason why we're still not free now, and that's the point that I made. Harriet Tubman couldn't free black people from slavery because we are still enslaved to the state to this day. What do you think birth certificates are on bond paper for? All slaves had to be bonded. And there's a saying, the white man will never release black people from slavery until the white man is released from slavery. And you know what that means? That means that white people even know that they're enslaved as well as black people. What do you think we're pretending to live in a company that owes the world $28 trillion for? And the fact that she don't see these protests going on because people know they ain't free, it amazes me. But people will play dumb just to give their ancestors accolades and credit for things that are still a problem today. You understand? And all these stories we got of these Negro heroes were only approved by white people. And this is why we know a lot of these stories. This is why we had roots and stuff like that, because white people approved of them. And if white people didn't approve of Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad, there would be no Underground Railroad. So that's a perfect example of how she took slaves from one set of white people to another set of white people. Again, she didn't take them to black America. You know what I mean? But not only that, like I told you, the United States is a company, and black people have been tricked to believe that it is America so that they would have corporate authority over us. And if you look in 2020, all these black people pretending to live in states are actually employees of the state, because they're pretending that the state is an actual physical place when they are not. Is nothing but an ideology they teach us from little children so we could grow up calling foreign companies our government after being tricked into believing they are a place. I know Tina's not going to understand that because she thinks she lives in a state, but when you ask Tina Wyatt what a state is, she can't tell you. This is why she doesn't understand what Kanye's talking about when he says all Harriet did was take us from working from one set of white people to another set. And a perfect example of that is I can't even find her video on any black platforms, but she's on TMZ. And if that's not a smacking pro-blacks face, I don't know what is. Anyway, y'all keep faking. This planet of fakes. We know what states and cities are, even though these suckers don't want to know. With that being said, what you heard and saw was the content. For additional content, click the link in the description. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, visit my community wall, and if you have time, go to www.amore-eka.com/TV. That's our Planet of Fakes too. We are the new umbrella, Planet of